In today's video, we are going to be covering a divisive topic and a divisive narrative.
Is Rolling Loud a police trap?
By a trap, I mean that the Rolling Loud is in cahoots with the local law enforcement or the government in order to gather all of rap's community headliners, and in order for them to get into one location, then the government comes in and starts picking and pulling. Now, our first story here comes from NBA YoungBoy, who was involved in a shooting after getting into an argument at the Trump International Beach Resort in Florida, which left one person dead and two injured. Earlier today, May 12th, sources on the scene have said that NBA and his crew got into an argument with others that led to a little bit of gunplay. Female of NBA's group getting shot in the shoulder, who was later identified as NBA YoungBoy's current girlfriend, and a passerby, a witness to the scene, being struck and hit by a bullet, and he was murdered, just killed. There are reports emerging that a 5-year-old was grazed by a bullet and that he is in stable condition. That is still emerging. I will update into the bio if that actually occurred.
Witnesses tell us that this all began outside of the Trump International Beach Resort along, again, 180th Street and Collins Avenue, that there was some sort of altercation that took place between two rappers who were actually set to perform at the Rolling Loud Festival this evening. We've learned the altercation was between the entourages of NBA YoungBoy and T Grizzly.
NBA YoungBoy's girlfriend was delivered to the hospital, or she was brought to the hospital. Is that correct? Now, her condition remains unknown at this time. We do hope and pray that she's in stable condition. It was a shoulder injury, so I can't imagine that being as deadly as, you know, if you were to take one here or so. Here is a little bit of the footage of people on the scene that caught the arrest, as well as the cops arriving. Here you go.
They hit the car up and everything. We talking AK-47 shells, nigga. We ain't talking no little shit. They tried to air my boy out for real. This is our hotel we staying at.
My man NBA YoungBoy in the building.
This is him?
Yeah, that's him.
Cops are looking for 3 gentlemen who say they have an AK-47, a few handguns, and they're driving a gray GMC Yukon. People were speculating whether or not NBA YoungBoy would make it to Rolling Loud, as that is the reason he is in Florida to perform at the music festival, which he did. He went on stage and did perform for hundreds of thousands, it looks like, fans. Right after he got off stage, though, however, he was arrested like that by authorities. However, a paparazzi did speak with, I believe, this has been circulating on social media.
So I guess the first question is, everyone wants to know if this did involve the famous rapper NBA YoungBoy, and if you can talk about that.
Well, what I can tell you now is that there's been, and I spoke to the sergeant on the scene in charge of the case, and there's, like I mentioned, there were several people that have been detained. They've been transported to our homicide bureau in Doral, so it's quite a distance away. So he still does not know if, in fact, who are these individuals that they're dealing with. The people that are there with any type of musical rappers.
Were any arrests made at the Rolling Loud Music Festival? You mentioned there's been arrests all over. Or was that one of the locations?
No, nobody's been arrested here so far. Everybody's been detained.
So that's crazy. And that kind of was the cherry on top to this entire festival situation that's gone down with many, many rappers. Now, just a few weeks after being arrested at the US-Canada border for drug and weapon charges, Kodak Black was arrested Saturday, May 11th in Florida on his way to the festival to perform. He's been arrested for federal and state weapon charges, according to the Miami-Dade Police Department. In his arrest, it was the Miami-Dade Northside Gang Unit, the U.S. Marshal, as well as the ATF, who were on a joint investigation of Kodak Black. And I'm supposing that this has gone on for quite a while if they arrested him at the festival and not at his hometown. What I think is even more interesting is, and Mr. Cohen, the lawyer of Kodak Black, also brought this up, was that photo was leaked or sold, we're not sure at the moment, to the local WVSN news outlet of the area. And his lawyer believes that this shows completely unprofessional behavior by the police department. Well, if the police department is taking photos of someone arraigned and then selling it to the news. The Rolling Loud team did speak up and say that they had nothing to do with this. He was arrested on his way to the festival, and we have no knowledge of what led to the arrest since he was not on festival property. Again, moving on to some more crazy shit. This video went viral at Rolling Loud of a fan who stole a security guard's cart. The little cart they used to drive around, and he was driving it like through like where the crowd is, and it looks fun, but at the same time like the vibe. Moving on again, another rapper arrested for felony drug possession in Florida shortly before performing at Rolling Loud was JayDaYoungan, a 20-year-old who is upcoming and very hot in the rap game at the moment. There's not much news on anything that's occurring with him, but we do know for a fact that he is not being held with bail. Into some lighter news, and I want to take a quick break on the sadder stuff. Welvin the Great. Now, he is a Instagram influencer, if you want to call him that. He got famous off of the D's Nuts, this clip.
Something came in the mail today.
Yeah, I did.
These nuts. Got him!
He was actually in a fight with this very brawly looking female. She kind of looks like a linebacker, and I'm a big dude, and I would not fuck with this girl. But here's the video clip.
What's going on? No, she's on the jail. You doing drink on her, bro? I don't give a fuck. What's up, bro? What's up?
Now back to Rolling Loud again. In better news, Lil Uzi Vert, he performed with a new purse. The purse lights up. It's really cool. I'll show that video in just a second, but also the video I'm going to pair with it is he announced that he finally finished the very last song on Eternal Take. That means we're like this much closer to getting that album.
I said, hey, Rolling Loud. The other night, I finished the last song to the album. Ain't this about a bitch? Y'all ready for my album? Okay, bye.
Lil Wayne also had issues at the festival of Rolling Loud. He declined to actually perform after he arrived at the festival grounds and was told that he would have to be policed by the festival police, not by Rolling Loud itself, as well as go through security checks. And he just did not have it. He actually tweeted, "To all my fans who came to see me at Rolling Loud, I'm sorry, but I won't be performing. The festival police, not Rolling Loud, made it mandatory that I had to be policed and checked to get on the stadium grounds. I do not and will not ever settle for being policed to do my job and give you guys a great show." I'm very mixed on this. Obviously, it's a music festival and protection. You want to make sure everyone's safe, the guests, the artists, so policing it makes sense. But it also you don't want to be harassed, by police doing your job. You got paid to perform. All he probably wants to do is get on stage, have a good time, show his fans some love. Gucci Mane and his wife showed up to the Rolling Loud Festival, and they shut it down. They brought every single one of their cars, I think. Fans at Rolling Loud, they were not happy at all when it got slightly shut down. I believe it got shut down slightly for gunshots.
Your attention, please. Inclement weather to include lightning has been identified in the immediate area, and we need to suspend the show. They're asking that all festival guests seek shelter in the stadium.
Also, in another short story that we don't know much about, it's still coming up the ranks, a rapper named Hella Bands unfortunately he passed away. He was shot and killed in a nightclub in Miami. He was there for Rolling Loud. This one, it just breaks me down. I mean, the fact that a young rapper who was cool with Lil Durk, who did tweet about it. Nothing has been released on the info, but once it does, I will be following up and making a legit. Another quick story I want to cover before I end this video. Joyner Lucas, who recently released a video in a church, He, in that video, talks about killing certain people, but then bringing back certain rap people. People weren't happy with that video. Some loved it. The people that were obviously being told to die, or people that supported those people that were told to die, did not like the video. And an interesting twist here, the owner, or I should say the pastor of the church, he actually spoke out against that video, spoke for the church, and said that they don't agree with what the message was in the church. However, Joyner Lucas caught up with TMZ, spoke with TMZ about what actually happened, and said that he paid them, everything's good. So here is that clip.
You know, the church, did you apologize to the church? The head of St. Peter's Church was upset. They said they didn't know you were going to drink in there.
Nah, man, they knew what was going on.
You don't feel like you have to give them an apology at all?
Nah.
They were in on it then, so
they knew what was going on. I paid.
Oh, so you paid the church, and did they know you were gonna, drink in there and curse? Because I guess they were upset that you cursed in there and you drank a bottle of liquor.
I think they was aware.
You think they was
aware?
So that is it. That is the news for today. That is the Rolling Loud news, I should say. There is going to be a lot more news coming in tomorrow's video or the day after that. I have a really good video coming out pretty soon this week that I went down to Hollywood to film. Give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, follow me on all my social medias. They are linked down below. If you guys like these videos, show me some love on them, please. And with that, I am out.